What's up, YouTube family? Decided I would jump on here for a quick second. This is gonna be a quick live, y'all, today, but I did want to jump on and do a screen print registration. Had people ask about it and things like that. People who have issues registering jobs. So I'm gonna set up a job for Ken today while I'm waiting on a few people to come on. We'll set up a quick little job today. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If this is your first time here, we screen print, y'all. So I'm back to screen print. Set up a 2-color job. Today I'm going to be doing a job for VPS. I'm at home, still got my pajama bottoms on, so y'all pay me no attention. I'm gonna set up a job for VPS today, and it's gonna be a simple 2-color job. And that way I can talk to y'all and all that good stuff, right? As we're going through and setting up this job. So yesterday we did a live event for Frontier Airlines. It was off the chain. I did post a little bit of video over on, just a little bit of video. Did post just a little bit of video online. So I have registration marks here, and I'm gonna register it to whichever one that is. Let me see, is that the first one or the second one? The second one. We did the job for Frontier Airlines yesterday. It was amazing. We had a wonderful time. If you did not see the video, go check that out over on the Lady Print Boss Instagram channel and check it out, because it was amazing. We had a wonderful time, y'all. And in that video, I used that Amazon press, y'all. I haven't even brought the press back in. But we use that Amazon press. Y'all know the one that everybody says that you can't use. I'm telling you, when you're a boss, you can do it how you want, right? And that press, it showed up and showed out again for me. Yesterday was the first time that I used the HTV Runt heat press at a live show. And again, it was windy. I don't know what's going on with Texas weather, but it was windy, y'all. I'm just taping up around the edge of the screen right quick. Got this one little job that we need to knock out today. It was windy out. We had some issues, but the event went wonderful. It went wonderful. I got some things that I got to go back in and kind of redo as far as making sure that we're at the right place, because what happened is they changed the date of the event to a day after, right? So we were originally supposed to do the event on Wednesday, and then they changed it and they asked us to come and do the event on Thursday. So on Wednesday, the event was over in Plano, and I'm about an hour away from Plano. So we drove out to Plano to the event, and we got there and nobody was there. So made a phone call, and I'm like, hey, you know, we're at the event. And then that's when I was told, because they did tell me that we're going to switch it to day 2. We're going to switch it to the second day of the event, but they didn't tell me that the location was going to change. So the location changed. I'm just taping up these marks here at the bottom of the screen, and I've got 2 designs on here, so I'm gonna just tape up one of them And actually, when I put two designs on something, I'll normally take it from the front. It's just easier to clean that way when you take it from the front of the screen. So when I peel it off, the design is there. I see a couple of y'all coming in now, so we'll talk about some things. Okay. So yeah, so we had to, so after, when we were at the wrong place, y'all, we were at the wrong place. Not my fault. It's just that, hey, they didn't give us the right venue. So when I looked up where the new location was, it was like 1 hour and 15 minutes away. So I made the phone call I had to call them, and they told me that, hey, this is where we are. And so then I text back and I was like, y'all are 1 hour and 15 minutes away. So they were like, well, we could just cancel. And I was like, no, because I can't give you a deposit. I can't give you a refund, right? Can't give a refund because we showed up when we were supposed to be at the time we were supposed to be there with our equipment. And we had, that means that we did not take any orders, right? So, because we were going to go do that. And there's money involved in all of that, so we couldn't do that. Couldn't do a refund. And I didn't want to leave, even though, you know, I could have said, well, you just breached the contract. We didn't want to do that. So I made that 1 hour and 15-minute drive. Me and Ken, we were actually in 2 different vehicles, so we made the drive. I'm so glad that we did because we had so much fun. We had so much fun. So when we got there to the place, it was outdoors. It was outdoors, and it was supposed to have been an indoor venue. So we took, because of the budget, we ended up taking the little small heat press. Well, you shouldn't do that in an outdoor event. You should always have that, have your big conveyor dryer. Don't know what a conveyor dryer is. That's one over there in that corner. There's one in this corner too, but I don't think y'all can see it. So we didn't have the big dryer. And luckily, we had Ken. Luckily, I had Ken because I tell y'all all the time, I print for video. Ken prints for real, for real. So we got there about an hour later and started about an hour later than we were supposed to. Then it took us about 20 to 30 minutes to do the setup, right? To get all the equipment in and do setup. So he literally had like an hour and a half left of the event to knock off all the shirts. My man did the job. When I tell y'all, Ken came in, he handled his business. The lines were long. If you saw the video, the little snippet of the video, my goodness, y'all, when I tell you people will stand in a line for an hour for a free t-shirt, baby, because we were already prepaid, so the shirts were donated by Frontier for them. I'll tell you, it was something else. It was something to see. It was really something to see. So I still haven't set up the shop all the way, y'all. The print studio, we still got a little bit of work that we gotta do. Hey, Ken, I'm gonna put the flash on. Well, I don't need to put the flash on. I don't know where Mr. Ken is, y'all. Don't know where Mr. Ken is. I'm gonna just figure out what color inks I need. So if I remember correctly, and this is where I'm supposed to have my job proof out here. This is gonna be gray. This is gonna be red. So let's see what I can just get this thing set up. First thing I'm gonna do is grab me a squeegee. Put a red squeegee on this one. And for that one, we need a gray squeegee. We don't have one that's clean, so let me see what I can do. Well, I have this one that's very heavy. Just a little bit too small, so we actually need a longer squeegee. Which means I need to clean one off, and I'll do that as we talk. So let me grab these inks. Actually, there's a gray one. Nope, that's not gray. So I still have to clean this whole place up, y'all. Still got some work to do. I thought I had some red ink already out in a little container. Did I not put it? So once I actually get all the inks here, this is all I have here right now. But once I bring all the inks over here, I'm going to clean up all of these inks and align them by color. That's what we normally do, is have everything set up by color so that we can get these jobs out. I'm so glad to be here and to get back to doing what I love to do, right? So glad to be here and get back to doing it. Put just a little bit on there. But yeah, the lines are long. The wind was blowing. Me, it ain't in the contract. It ain't in the contract. Ken is the calm person. You gotta always have somebody that's calm. Because he was like, baby, we're gonna do this. We here. We got this. Don't worry about it. I got it. And me, I was like, well, if we don't get them all printed, it's not on us, right? But he was, no, we gonna get them all printed. And he printed all of those shirts. I'm talking about he knocked them suckers out the park, right? Sure did. Okay, we need a gray. Let me grab a gray ink. This is a nice, pretty gray. And then we need a spatula. And I think they're all packaged up. Every time I come out here, I don't know what it is. Ken! Watch this. Ken. Never. Always goes hiding when it's time to work. Hey, Ken. Ken might not even be here. Ken is probably somewhere at a kennel. Ken! Ken ain't even here. Okay, well, Ken ain't even here nowhere. He's probably at a kennel. But I did find it. I did find what I need, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna sit this back over here because I keep forgetting that sometimes YouTube, when I move stuff around, YouTube does all that crazy stuff. So let me see who's on here now. It's been a minute. And I should be able to see y'all. Hey, Cleve. Hey, Renovia, Carmen, Tampa, Miss Arlene. It's great. So, unless a customer gives me like a specific color, I do what I want to do and make it work. Still working on the lighting, y'all. Let me show y'all this light. It's cool, but it's super, super bright. So you can't really see them. I bought these little LED lights off of Amazon. And actually there's one on the other side too. And it lights up the whole complete shop in here. It lights the whole thing up. So they want a gray. And I don't have any particular gray. Like I said, unless I've done the job before, right? Hey, CTR, how are you? I was wondering yesterday if you, when we were at the event, if you got the press fixed. I did hop on. I hopped on your live for just a minute in the midst of Ken printing, and then I had to get off. And I didn't get to go back and check it out. But I'm gonna go back and check you out today. Okay. So we are going to need some degreaser. Got a little degreaser here. So y'all, screen printing classes are back on. We actually booked for the next 2-3 weekends. We booked for the next 3 weekends already, which is such a blessing. Such a blessing. Oh, and so Frontier gave me $750 in airline credits, so I can fly wherever I want to fly, when I want to fly, right? And they gave Ken, after he did the event, they turned around and gave him $550. I was like, he's a help, but no, not really. So that was cool to get, to get those perks. And I've never flown Frontier before, but I will, maybe, probably, more than likely. So we're trying to think, what are we gonna do with those tickets? And they're transferable too, so I can give them, I can do whatever I want to do with the tickets, y'all. Do whatever I want to do with the tickets. Maybe I'll give away a trip to Dallas to a show down here or something. I don't know. If I had time, I'd hop on the, I thought about that, going to Jamaica, CTR. It's what me and Ken, we talked about that. So what I'm using here to clean this, y'all, I'm using what's called a press wash. I said degreaser. Degreaser and press wash is the same, basically the same thing. But, so, because when I picked up all of this stuff, everything was inked up, screens were a hot mess, just like I've got a bunch of screens over to the side that I gotta clean up. And so it's gonna take me a minute to get this place together, but I have already started on it. Let me grab a sample shirt that's gonna go on a black shirt. So I'm gonna grab something in here. And I don't know what I got, but and as a matter of fact, so since I moved, I still have to go back and get a few shirts. But I did bring some shirts here to send out to the people who won those shirts. So I'll be sending those out pretty soon. Actually I'll probably talk to Tampa sometimes today, Miss Nicole. I'll probably talk to her sometime today. And Miss Arlene, you can hit me up, and I'm gonna see, like what. I'm gonna put that on the back side. Since it's gonna be on the back side, I can use the front for the front if I get it right the first time. I really wanted this flash on. So normally, if I'm doing a test print, I would flash it on that test print. Now, because I'm just testing the registration, I'm not flooding. So I see that most printers nowadays don't flood, and that's why they don't have a good registration. So if you notice that red is really dim. I don't use a white underbase anymore. The only reason the red is dim is because I didn't flood. I didn't flood and hit it 2 times. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. It's like when you just lay it down and you see people just press, you will get this more of a vintage look, and then they have to hit the squeegee 100 times, right? But we just trying to do the registration. So I've got this one registration mark. I've already typed up the registration mark, so I'm just basically going to be using my eyesight, or so I was hoping, to register this, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that because I can't see through it because I pushed up. Now this one, I'm gonna pull this one because this ink is thick. Right? Y'all saw me kind of stirring it up a little bit because when it's thick like that, I'll just pull. We're not trying to get a perfect print. We're just trying to get that registration right. Well, hot dog. Where is the strings? Looks like we're very, very close. Very, very close. But I see something, and I want to check here on here because I see this looks a little closer than that to me, so I want to just check it just to make sure. The difference between what makes a mediocre screen printer and a false. I'm gonna put this here. That's hidden, y'all. This red, I'm gonna tip this red screen up just barely so that I can have the same amount of distance. If you notice here, I got a finger here, right? And here I have like a half of a finger. This what's gonna make the difference, right? It's almost perfect, but I'm gonna tilt the screen up just a little bit so that it's for real perfect, right? Because all I'm gonna do is, y'all can't see me, but there are some registration marks back here on this press. I'm just gonna loosen that up right there. And all I'm gonna do is come forward. I can see it, y'all can't see it, but I'll be able to see it. Now I'm touching it. 1, 2, that's it. That's it. I don't know if y'all saw it move, but that's gonna be it. That's how long I've been doing this. So where I can just about see. Now because I just wanna know, I'm just gonna barely push that. I'm gonna have just a little bit of ink on there. I'm gonna have that pushed over just a little bit. I can't tell because I'll tell you why I can't tell. Because it pushed up. Let me see here. You can tell from the bottom. Sometimes you can tell from the bottom of the screen. See, I need to turn on, that's why I need to turn on the flash. And I don't know, you know what? I'm just gonna turn on the flash. I'm just gonna turn on the flash. I'm not sure. I'm worried about the electrical outlets here because we just started printing. But I think that when CTR was here, I think that we used this plug over here. So, so this house has those breakers that you know the breakers with that, what do you call it? Let me think. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna use. So I have this plug here that I got from Home Depot that allows me to put multiple things in here, right, at one time. But this plug, this house has these safety plugs. So I'm gonna show you, like those plugs, they work just fine. But the ones, hey babe, I want to know, can I plug that heat press, that flash up? Yeah. That's what I did. So this plug, what do you call these plugs with this little safety thing? Just safety plugs? Surge protectors. Okay. So if your house or wherever you're printing has these surge protectors on it, this will make your heat press go off, or your conveyor dryer, flash dryer, whatever. It'll make it pop off once it heats up. And that's what was happening when we were plugging the dryer into this. So I'm going to change out that plug. It also happened to us last night at the live event. When we were printing, we had the same issue that happened. So, but this over here, Ken says, will be fine. So I'm going to heat that up. And while that's heating up, I think that screen should be just fine, but I still want to check it one more time. While that's heating up, I'm going to introduce y'all to some of my doggies, because y'all always on here on YouTube and hear these dogs barking. Ken, I couldn't turn that other light on. Show y'all my new puppies that I have. Okay? Show y'all the the new puppies. There they is. Come here. See if I can get one out at a time. I might be messing up. Come on, come on, come on. They need to come out anyway, Ken. So you it was raining last night, so we had to put them inside. Look at this baby. Look at this beauty. That's straight up money right there, y'all. That's straight up. Hey, say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Is this puppy available, Ken? That puppy that's still available. And I got this one right here. Look at that puppy. Look at that beauty. Say hey. Say y'all see me with my one blue eye. So that's a couple of the little doggies. Where's my girl at? Where's Blackie? Come on. Come on, your mama's gone. Come on. Come on. Come on so you can go use the restroom. Come on. Come on. So now I got Kim running behind dogs. Okay. So that's a couple of the puppies, y'all. Never tell y'all really what Ken does. Let me put this back on the stand. He's right here.
Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, for you back. Come on.
There you go. He's running. He's running from me. She running. This is a boy, girl.
That's the boy. The girl gone. She holds it in here.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna wipe this off of here, because I can't see nothing. I need to get all the stuff that we had in the car last night. I need to bring it in. So, y'all, my goal is to buy duplicate like everything. So like whatever I have when I do an event, it can stay in the van, which we drove a car last night. We're gonna let that go, and then I'm gonna flash it, and then I'm gonna do it again just to make sure that it moves. I see it move just a little bit here. I think it's going to be okay. I need this end to move down just a little bit, so I'll go ahead and move that other side down while we wait. Actually, that side's not gonna move down because it's already as back far as it'll go, so that one ain't gonna move down. Which means we're gonna take that one up just a little bit more. Should be perfect. I can see it here where it's sitting, and it's a thumb away now, but I can't see this side because I put all kinds of stuff there. Like this so that I can maybe try to see. Okay, that's it right there. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now I need to go that way because when you move it, it will turn just a little bit. This job is set up. This job is set up and ready to roll. My job is done. So, quick and easy. My job is done, y'all. And let this, see if that flash is heated up enough to where I can give him a perfect print. And then he can come on out here and do his thing. So CTR's light came day before yesterday, and it's a different light, but I'm thinking that it should work. Did I put up a video today? I'm not sure, but her light came, and I'm gonna show y'all something, because so many people say they don't want to screen print because it's too much, it takes too much room and all of that, and so you kind of miss out. This is the design that we did for Frontier. This is their design. Okay. I'm gonna leave that up long enough. That's it with the bear. And we did this in a green, cream color shirts. I got me a little speaker for out here. So that's the back, and this is the front. It's gonna have the same thing on the front. So this little unit right here, I don't know if I showed this before, but I was telling Ken what I'm gonna do with this. This is what the mobile press sits on normally. I'm gonna go ahead and set that other one on it because I end up taking that Amazon press off of here, and it's still in the car to take it to the event because we used the car yesterday instead of a truck. And so what I use this for is this little cabinet. If you build a cabinet like this, first of all, it's on wheels. I know, crazy. Everything that I have has to be on wheels. Something is locked over here. Something is locked. Okay, so cabinets on wheels, first thing. Why is this cabinet so amazing? Because you can take it to do your live screen print events. This can be your whole screen print shop, with the exception of the dryer. You put your press on here. This is about 24, 30, maybe 30 inches long. No, probably about 24, a little bit over 20 wide, right? So the cabinet, this cabinet doubles as a place for you to, when you coat your screens, put your screens in the cabinet. Put your screens in the cabinet like that, let them dry, put a fan under there or a little heater, they will dry perfectly, right? This cabinet will also double, so you can leave them in there, you can put clean screens in there, whatever it is that you want. But it will also double as a place for you to burn your screens. So if you put a bracket up here, you can put your light right here, and I'm gonna put a light, I'm gonna get a bracket and put it up there. I just thought of that this morning. And then this is also your burn unit, okay? It's also your burn unit. Now you wouldn't put it in there that way. You put it in here this way, like this, and put your film on top, right? Be the perfect distance for you to burn. Put the light up here, mount the light up here, going straight down, boom. you have everything you need. If you turn around, I'm gonna have Vic come back out here and we're gonna put a flap on each side of this with some hinges. So then you have a table, and on each side, on one side you can put your inks and things like that when you're live stream printing. And if you want to like have the shirts hanging on the other side, you could do that. It's so versatile. This is really, really versatile, really, really good cabinet. So think about it. Let's see. That should be ready now, y'all. Let me see if that has heated up. It takes a few minutes for things to heat up. Okay. I'll go ahead and print this one even though we know it's going to be moved. Whew. Now we're going to have to really thin that ink out. We could use a little bit of off contact on this screen right here. Whoop. Could use a little. Look at that beautiful gray. I need to ask Ken, does it look great? Because I might need to switch it up a little bit, y'all. That gray looks beautiful. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, I can't swipe over there like that, y'all. I can't see what y'all are saying. Need my other thing, So once this flash heats up, I should be good to go. You just need it to dry enough to place that print. Now this one, if you remember, this one's going to be moved. Lady Print Boss ain't got no strength today, y'all. Clear that screen, Charity. Make sure you clear that screen. Now we're going to push. Let's see where it hit at. Yep, it moved that time. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all. You're going to see that mark here. Let me sit that still. Okay. So you see here, you'll see it's a little longer here, but up here is where it moved. So now I can put that finger right there. That finger. We know that we got everything even, right? Tape up that registration mark, and Mr. Ken ready to go on that one. He will be ready to go on this one. Actually, y'all, yep, he will be ready to go on this one. Just make sure we got 2 fingers on each side of the design. We know it's centered because we have the center line, but I got 2 fingers here and 2 fingers here. This is how I like to measure stuff to make sure that I'm on. I got 2 fingers here. I like to come 3 fingers when I'm doing on the front. So this, I could come up a little bit and make this come down like 4 or 5 fingers because it's going to be on the back of the shirt. So when I'm doing the back of the shirts, you know how your neck right here, you can come down a little bit more because you want it to hit, you want this top to actually hit on the shoulder blade and not like up on a person's neck. I see people do that all the time. If I'm wearing the shirt and I have my hair down, then I could be covering the print. So take into account when you're doing stuff for people, things like that, and that'll help you in your print. It's all about that little fine stuff, just all in the details. It's all in the details. So what we're going to do out here with these body forms is, because I'm going to be training in here, I'm going to have different designs in here with placements, with print placements. So you'll be able to see like where to place the design on shirts, right? A lot of people have a problem with that, with placing designs on shirts. So I'm just gonna do a final cure on this with the flash. And since I'm flashing with the flash, and this is, I don't know if I told you this, Charity, if you are flashing with the flash on that press, you want to take that shirt off, lay it on top of the press, right? If you're going to do the final cure. I think you're going to do your final cure with heat press though. But when you get to the point where you're ready to start flashing and you want to speed up, then this will be the way to go. And then run it under the flash. And the way that you know that your design is cured is by one or two ways. Either you have a temperature gun like this, right? Either you have a temp gun and you put that temp gun over there and you put the beam on the ink. Sometimes people will put that beam on the shirt. Doesn't do any good because the ink has to cure to the temp. So you want to put it on the temp on there. The other way is if you turn that sucker and it's smoking, you know, some people, you know that it's cured if you turn it and it's smoking. Now, make sure that you turn that off, turn that away whenever you're doing stuff. Now, this shirt right here, I wouldn't give to a customer because it looks like shit. I see a lot of people out there print like this, right? And they'll give this shirt to a customer. But you see it's not as smooth. And it's not as smooth because y'all see me struggling. Y'all saw me in here struggling. So this is just the first test print. The next print, when Ken comes in here, we break down the screen. I would probably do at least 3-4 prints just to break in the screen when the ink is, you know, not really going through. That way everything comes out nice and smooth. But that's all I got for y'all today. I'm gonna go in here, grab those shirts for this man so that he can come out here and do these prints. Yeah, I've got pretty much this week, the rest of, this is Friday. We're gonna do that, and then after I do that, I don't have much to do but come out here and finish getting this place together. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.